Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Wednesday, March 24th, and these are the charts of the day. Starting alphabetically as usual, Astrotech Corp. Current portfolio position had an important day technically, in that volume was the heaviest in a couple weeks. The stock broke out of its declining 2.5 week channel, which held the trend line and moving averages, by the way. The move surged back up through the 10 and 21 day moving averages, closed at the exact tick high of the day, 348 up 30 cents or 9.4%, a significant day in my mind technically. If you're stepping back and looking at the short-term channel, you'll see the top of this channel calls for a move near the $5 level short-term, and that'll be our trading target. On a short-term basis and an intermediate basis, let's call it 7.5, 8, and then something up around the 10 range long-term is a possibility. China Biological CBPO had a significant session today. As you can see, this drop here in January, and then a secondary low in February formed the left shoulder head, and then the recent drop formed the right shoulder. This is a head and shoulders type bottom. We had a price breakaway gap and volume surge that took the stock up near the high for the day, up 218 or 24% today, and exploded up to the 10, 21, and 50-day moving averages. A very significant day technically. I would look for this stock to move up to retest the 13.5, 70 range, which was the January high, and then beyond. But that certainly looks like the short-term target, and that a particularly important day technically for that stock. Portfolio position, Star Scientific CIGX, broke out of that wedge we showed you the other day, and then followed through today very nicely with 10 million shares up 36 cents, or another just under 16%. As it looks like here, the stock is headed for the 3.5 zone thereabout. My initial trading target, secondary target up around the 5.5 area. CityTel, wanted to show this because of a very powerful volume that's come in the last 4 days and thrust in technicals, as well as the breakaway gap and move through the January, early March highs. We're in a steady rising channel right now, a steady rising trend, I should say, and approaching the top of the channel with a target around the 19 level, my short-term trading target. ISSI had a particularly strong day today, the significance of which is that it may have broken out across the February high and well as yesterday's high, which was significant in my mind. Yesterday we had a price breakaway gap, but the stock pulled back. Today it followed back through, up 66 cents or 7.7% on nearly 1.8 million shares. A little bit less volume than yesterday, but if we continue the breakout here, the stock could accelerate into the low teens and then mid-teens, short and intermediate term. POL, Poly One, really like the setup here. The breakout, the price breakaway gap, and then a 3-day bull flag calls for more upside. Stepping back and looking at the overall pattern, you'll see that this is now breaking across a multi-year resistance level, which could lead to higher prices. I'll target 12 for my first target and 14 for my secondary target. Pixelworks portfolio position up 15 cents today, or on nearly 3%. More importantly, it set a new multi-year high going back to beginning of 07, so it's a 3-year high. And looks like it may be headed for the next resistance level. There is some minor resistance up around the $6 range, but beyond that, the stock could be upwards of 7.5 and then 9.75, my short and secondary targets. Brings us to SOMX, SOMX, Somaxon, up 37 cents today, or 4% on 13 million shares. As you can see, the stock exploded last week and is coiling or forming a pennant in this range. Unbalanced volume has actually made new highs, showing strong accumulation. I believe the stock breaks out and runs to the 12-13 zone, my short-term trading target. SSY SunLink has had 3 fantastic days in a row. A breakout, a gap, and follow through, a breakthrough resistance with another gap today. 3rd day in a row, up $1.22 or another 41% today. It's moved up over 100% in the last 3 sessions, almost tripling actually. Looking back, you'll see that it's broken out across this entire 1-year range. Secondary target is up around the $5 level. I expect maybe reach as early as tomorrow. And that's it for today. Those are about 10 ideas of stocks that are in motion and look to be moving now. We will talk to you tomorrow night.